Hello, Donnelly here. Um, want to share a little adventure I had this morning. So, as my previous videos, I don't know if you keep up with them, but I had to take a 2 week medical leave and I had to get all this paperwork done. And most of the other paperwork is done and dealt with and filed and approved and closed and all that. But I still had to deal with my LOA money. And I was like, gee, I wonder why I didn't get it yet. So I go on the website and it says I have one more task. I have to download an identification attestation form and get it notarized. So me being old school, because I'm 54 years old, the last time I had something notarized was for when we got our mortgage back in 2012 for my second house that I had. And you have to literally go to a bank or go to somebody important and just they sit down and they watch you sign the thing and then they stamp it. It's all official. So I'm like, okay, well, there's banks by me. First of all, I tried calling my bank, couldn't get through to the branch for some reason. So I called the banks around me and I went to a couple of them in person because I couldn't get through to the branch. I don't know why. It's just the main number. They don't like give you the branch number for some reason. Anyway, they're like, oh, Chase Bank said no, you need to be a member. You need to have an account. US Bank, no, First Bank, sorry, I get them mixed up. First Bank said I needed to have an account. So I went all the way up to where they are for nothing. I took the bus all the way to where my bank was. Across the street was the FedEx office. I turned around and I asked them, I said, you have a notary here? And they're like, no, you can do it online though. And I'm like, but I had to go to my leasing office to use their computer just so I can print up the form, just so I can get a notary to sign it because I thought that's how it was done. That's just what I've always known my whole life. You print it up, you have them sign it in person, whatever, or they watch you sign it in person. But anyway, so I was coming to like dead ends, one, two, three banks and FedEx. And then I called US Bank and they said, yeah, we can do it. And you don't have to have an account with us. So I went and I had to take an Uber all the way to where the other bank was because it was like a couple of miles from, and I'm like, I'm not walking that far. That's too far. So I took an Uber and he waited for me while I got the notary thing filled out, signed, everything. But this notary guy, he was like, oh, by the way, my signature doesn't match the stamp and I have to write it in or whatever. And sometimes if you have like state documents, like mine is a state document, they kind of not approve it. They decline it. So okay. So then they take me home and I go over to the leasing office after their lunch was over. I had to wait like 45 minutes. That's okay because I've been up and driving around and looking, not driving around. I don't have a car. Riding around on the bus and walking from place to place trying to find a notary. Finally scanned the lovely people at my office scanned it for me because I don't own a computer. There's no computer here, as you can see. um, Scanned it in my email. I uploaded it onto the website's application form. Sorry, and then I immediately got a message saying that they rejected it because it looked like I edited it or something. And it's because the dude's signature didn't match the stamp. And so I called them and they were trying to get approved by their supervisor. But then in the meanwhile, I remember what the guy at the FedEx office said. It says you can just do it online. So I started searching it on the computer in a different window because young people younger than me know, of course, it's in a different window. But I'm Gen X and I'm not that savvy with computers or phones or anything really. I mean, I'm learning, but there's still a hell of a lot that I don't understand or know. But anyway, I found out on the website, the FedEx office, that you can actually Zoom call with someone to notarize, get witness signature notarized, and it was only 25 bucks. Had I known that this morning, it would have saved me the 275 for the bus, a lot of walking, and the 12 something that the Uber ended up costing me. But I'm going to chalk that money up as lesson learned money because now I know if I need anything notarized, I can do it online. So, anyway, that was my adventure for today. I had ugly cried and called my son several times, and I don't know, overthinking and being paranoid about the whole thing. Like, what if this doesn't work? Would I have to do it again? And which that is exactly what happened. It didn't work the first time, and I had to get it done again. But this